Good morning. I'm leaving Ralph's Peak Shelter back there. It's 8 o'clock, so kind of late-ish start, but I slept really well, and it's in the low to mid 40s and drizzling. It was raining a little harder earlier, so it was a little hard to get out of the bag when I heard the rain, and it was chilly, and I was comfy, and I needed a good night's sleep. Didn't sleep well the night before, so a little boardwalk here. Here's the privy. I already visited, and met a section hiker from Hawaii, Dad Dog, and he started at Delaware Water Gap. He's going to get up into Connecticut and meet his daughter, who's working at some kind of survival camp up in Maine or something. Go spend a little time with her, and then he's going to head back to Hawaii. And that's pretty cool. So I think I'm going to try to I'm going to try to at least get to that shelter that's 16.8 miles from here. And then see if I want to try to go past that at all. Next one's 25. I'm not going to make that. And there's a couple little camping spots, but it sounds like it's pretty low country, boggy, wet in between the two shelters. So that doesn't sound too enticing to try to push to. But we'll see. Got to climb to start, of course, and I'll check in and figure out a would you rather to talk about later. See ya. All right. Good morning again. I think I'm done the climb to start. Got a little hot, so I took off the top layers already. We'll see how chilly I get. Well, now I'm on the flat part up top, I think. I ain't looking far out. But time for Would You Rather. So this is a Where You Live edition. Would you rather live your entire life within, let's say, 15 miles of the place you were born your entire life, or have to move every 3 years for your entire life? So you're either, quote, stuck where you were born, right in that neck of the woods for your entire life, or every 3 years you're moving around. Think about that. I was born in an interesting spot, so I'll have to think about this one a little bit. 15-mile radius is probably the key for me on that. All right, let's think about that and let you know what I think later. See ya. Here's a little bit of a view. I just realized I'm almost 2 miles in. I just realized a minute ago I forgot to turn on my little tracking watch and my Garmin, so bummed out about that, but no biggie. I can calculate my total distance for the day from the book, from the AWOL guide. But here's what I got to look forward to today. Cloud cover, some drizzle, some breeze. It's all good. Alrighty, away we go. Oh boy, it's like we're back in Harriman State Park. Big rocks you gotta walk down, mossy covered, and today we get wet leaves on them too. How cool, how good is that? Gotta be super careful, moving really slow, because there's a lot of rocks and they are slippery, and they do have a lot of leaves on them, so yeah, gotta be real careful. Gonna move slow today. I think that 16.8 mile shelter is a good target for a day like today. We'll see. Here's a super cool giant oak tree right on the trail. It's reminds me of that one down in, I don't know where that was, Virginia, North Carolina. Although that one was looking like it was a little old. This one's got some dead spots on it too over here, but massive at the base. I don't think this one has a name like the other one does, at least in far out. It did not, but everybody said it was here. So that is wider than trekking poles for sure. Super big. Pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. Man, I'm not moving fast. I don't know why. I'm just not moving and grooving like I was. Taking my time. A little bit of a road walk here. I'm not a big fan of road walks. Hurt my feet more than the trail. But crossing over, I think this is I-84. I'll expect to see a I-84 trucker honk out of our friend Nichols in a week or so when he gets up here. And yeah, I think we gotta go up here and I think make a right and then get back on the trail. So here's I-84 going south, I think that is right there. All right, away we go. All right, I just stopped, had some lunch at the Morgan Stewart shelter here in New York. It's actually a little chilly. First time in a long time I got a little cold sitting still for a minute. Threw my sun hoodie back on. But yeah, my hands are a little chilly. I still have some glove liners somewhere in the bottom of my clothes bag, but hadn't even thought about pulling them out yet. But it's damp and chilly, so gotta get moving. Got like 8 miles to go to that next shelter. I'm definitely not trying to push past that tonight. But the good news is I think I'll be back up into the 60s tomorrow and the 70s the next day. So weather should be nice. Moving slow today, but with only 8 miles to go and make that, and even if I really slow down, be 4 or 5 hours, I'll be fine. But I don't think I'm going to see very many hikers for a while. The guy I just at that shelter was a section hiker. He's trying to go from, I forget, yesterday might have been his first day on trail. He camped in a tent outside of the RPH shelter where I stayed. And he said he wants to get up to Great Barrington in, I forget how many days he said he's trying to do that in. But he said he hasn't really seen anybody other than the 2 bags that he saw at the hanging at the shelter yesterday, and that was me and that dad dog. This guy's name is NASA. So I may be ahead of most thru hikers. Yeah, at least the ones that started in mid-February. They'll all catch me, I'm sure. I know there were people that started in January and early February. They're probably already way up ahead. But you can't get to Vermont or New Hampshire too early. It's hard to get through. So I don't know what to expect. But I don't think I'll be seeing a lot of people for a little while until the young guys behind me catch me. That's okay. Hopefully it warms up though a little bit. It is chilly. I'll see you in a bit. Pretty nice water crossing here. Definitely glad there's a bridge to go over it. And away we go. Always be careful coming down these steps. They can be wet. All right, success. Wow, this little path right here is going through, I think, nothing but honeysuckles. I think that's what these are, but it is like the most fragrant path I've been on yet. I turned the corner, got onto it, I was like, whoa, hit me hard. Now it's over. Ooh. This is Nuclear Lake, I think. I think we're gonna walk around past this up here. Let me go find a good spot to show it to you, and then we'll get some video and some pictures. Alrighty, here we are on the side of Nuclear Lake up in New York. You probably can't see, there's raindrops falling on the lake. It's nice and calm otherwise. I don't think it's long enough. I don't think it's 2,000 meters. I don't think that'd be long enough for a crew race, but it's a nice piece of water. Super flat, and looks like a good place to go do some fishing over there. It's kind of right over there. That steep drop off, rocks right into the water. Bet you some fish over there. Uncle Fran, if you're watching this, we'll come back up here, check this place out sometime. Do a little fishing up here. And here's some more of it over there. Trail goes off to my left, so I'm gonna run to the left here and not go down there. I wanna get to this shelter and call it a night. See you later. All right, I'm no expert on downed trees, but something tells me that was a lightning strike. Just by the shape of that thing, that dark spot right there, this thing blown out the side, and then the rest of it is over there, and they cut that piece out. So that all looks really fresh. That dark spot looks like a lightning strike. And if I had to guess by the shape of this thing, that was probably loud. And yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. See all kinds of stuff out here. And away we go. I think I only have like 2 miles left, but man, it feels like forever, moving really slow. All right, good afternoon. I'm 4/10 of a mile to the shelter, and I'm ready to be there. Just, yeah, my legs are just so tired today. But I'll get there, rest up, see if I feel a little better tomorrow. Maybe eat a little, maybe 2 dinners, lighten up my pack. We'll see. Anyway, would you rather today? Been noodling on this one. Would you rather have to live within 15 miles of the place you were born for your entire life, or have to move, what did I say, every 3 years? 2 or 3 years? Something like that. So I'm going to go with, I would not want to have to move every 2 or 3 years. 3 years, say. It's a little too disruptive. And I was born, my father was serving in the Marine Corps, Semper Fi, and he was stationed in Quantico, Virginia. So I didn't pull out Google and do a 15-mile radius around Quantico, but I know it's pretty darn close to like Occoquan, Virginia, because my older sons had some races down on the Occoquan River. I've gone down to them and I visited Quantico while I was there. So I think that would put that area within reach, and it looks like a pretty nice, southern suburb of DC, and not a bad place to live your life. So I'm going with that one, and see what other people say. I guess if you were born somewhere really, really small town and you didn't want to stay there the rest of your life, you might want to move around a little bit more, but we'll see. If there's anything special about this shelter, which I'm not sure that there is based on the notes in far out, I'll show it to you. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. See ya. All right, so this is the first time I've ever seen this. Got to the shelter. There are 8 backpacks in there. And like, look at all this stuff. 2 giant jars of peanut butter, giant thing of but no people here. There's like 10 tents set up down there. And I just walked down there and asked those people, none of this is theirs. They said it's been here for like an hour since they got here and all went set up down there. So this is crazy. This is going to be the most crowded shelter I've ever been at in over 1,400 miles of hiking on the AT this trip. So part of me wants to just go set up in there and set my stuff up and tell them you can't just dump your crap here and try to save space, but there's going to be 8 of them making noise. Not what I wanted to deal with today. I think I'm just going to go behind the shelter. Looks like there's a spot. Set my tent up and deal with that. This is no bueno. Not happy about this at all. See you later.